Welcome, or better said, hey, energy party people. Welcome to another rousing episode of Magic Mondays. Let's play some music here. This one's called Dance Pop. All right, while we're waiting for the hordes of people to gather, we're gonna smudge. Welcome to whoever's the one set of eyeballs I can tell is here. Welcome, I'm glad you're here, whoever you are. Smudge the space. Oh, it's a disco beat. Yeah, I don't know if I care for this music. I don't like this music. Let's try Lofi. Whatever. Smudging the space. Welcoming some people. Hi, Amy. Glad you're here. Let's go attack early on a Monday, right? Okay. Hi, Roy. Glad you're here. Okay, so just smudging a bit. Here in the space for magic. All right. And I've had a quite, like, I feel okay now, but I feel like I've been hit by a bus or some other vehicle. Or, so we're going to also, that's right, we're going to light my best friend candle from Sadie, who I'm sure is not watching this. And how dare she? How dare she? Is she working on her job, making money? Okay, whatever, Sadie. But anyway, just a reminder, this candle says, our friendship is like this candle. If you forget me, I'll burn your fucking house down. Love it. Okay. I feel the same about you, Sadie. Okay. Somebody cut the music. That somebody's me, if you didn't know. Okay, so welcome to another Rousing Magic Mondays, party people. Energy party people. Hi, Mary and Yvonne. Thanks for being here. Yeah, so yeah, this has been an interesting week. So I would start with my sponsor, but you know what? You know what I said recently to myself after putting too much pressure on myself in the most ridiculous of ways? Oh, I've got many of them. I've got many ridiculous ways to stress myself out. But I said, kind of fuck it to the sponsor thing. So today's show is sponsored by Penelope from, that's right, our house band, Penelope and the Primates. Um, yeah, it's good to have a house band, just saying. Yeah, so what do I want to say? Well, let's just go ahead and throw this out there. I might have to throw it out there again because I just find it so valuable. You're like, why are you shoving this down our throats? Hey now, how dare you? How dare you accuse me of shoving this down your throat? Um, but just a reminder, the universe isn't a conspiracy for our happiness. The universe always has our backs. Therefore, if it's happening to us, it's happening for us. So, what is the universe bringing to our attention for our highest growth, healing, and happiness? Wow, that was the question this weekend for me. Um, yeah, I feel like I've been on this kind of a roller coaster of like super magic and then down into the ground of crashing and awfulness. Yeah. And I hesitate to bring up what the subject, the trigger even was, because it's not terribly interesting. Yeah, what the fuck. So I recently responded to an email. Like I'm always getting emails, just being a business owner and having a website. I often get emails from companies saying like, "Hey, we want to promote you. Oh, your website's great." Whatever. And I've never responded to any of them, but there's this one I just decided, what the hell? And so I wrote back to the person, and I'm like, they said, "Oh, we loved your testimonial from Angelica." Uh, and it was from like I haven't put a testimonial on my website. I get testimonials all the time from people saying like, "Wow." Well, I won't go into all the testimonials, but people say a lot of nice things to me, which is lovely. And now I can accept it, which is great. I can allow it. Yay me. um, but I actually responded to this email and said, "Hey, I don't want to waste your time. I feel like I'm a pretty small fish in a big pond. What I do is I said once again, I said, my work is fascinating, but I think I'd be wasting your time. But if you think this is legit to set up a meeting with me, okay." I didn't expect to hear back from them, but I did. And I set it up and I did the meeting on Friday. And they sound like a lovely company. And they're Canadian. So, of course, I had to go into how much I love Canadians and me and Sadie, Sadie, the best friend candle giver. I know Sadie from I've known Koop almost just a hair less time than I've known Sadie because we all went to UC Davis together. Yeah, but basically, what was I saying? We had the Zoom meeting and they gave their presentation and it all sounds great. And really, it was about kind of like Coop and I were talking about last time of like bottom line, I want more people to know that I exist or just energy work exists. And I'm the only one I have control over. So I want more people to know energy work is a thing. And if you're not feeling like yourself, set up a session. People don't know to it breaks my heart that people don't know that you can look at things energetically and it's a legit way to look at things. I've had some pretty crazy things happen to me where you might think, "Oh, let's get Colleen to the emergency room." But no, I check in energetically first. Um, and I'm able to clean up a lot. And by the way, my hip feels what is it, a fuck ton better? Anyway, it's still doing its thing, but yeah. Anyway, so I have this meeting with this dude and he tells me, well, how much it would be to use their services and you know, I you know, I believe them too. Like I could probably get a fuck ton of new clients this way. And ultimately, as my book is ready or nearing being ready, which is another story, they would promote it, get me, pre-sales and clients and blah blah blah. And I managed to work my way around like accepting how much money it would be. But after talking to Dave, well, and I let myself Am I gonna let myself talk about this now? Because I'm gonna cry. Okay. Um, After talking to him and just considering the idea of having I know I have as much business as I choose to because currently my paradigm is my work really exhausts me. And so I love the idea of like, yeah, let's have 5 clients a day, which you might be thinking, you don't even work with that many people a day. Um, yeah, I keep it to a real minimum, for the most part, to protect my energy. But I'm open to the idea of working to for that not to be my paradigm, and get past it. So I've already started working on that. But anyway, I realized talking to Dave, well, the part that was going to make me cry is fuck. Human emotion alert, human emotion alert. Oh, maybe I need a little signal for that little sound bite. Anyway, so not important. Um, yeah. So I let myself really feel into being a bigger presence. Um, not. I mean, I'm sure my ego's involved, but it's not really about that. Yeah, I want people I just want as people as especially as sensitive people, all people, but especially as empathic people, as sensitive people, as magic people to feel better. And I found ways to do that. Um and it's um when it happens to me personally, when I'm in the depths of hell and I get myself out of it, or I'm having a symptom and I get myself out of it by clearing the energy around it, it's fucking dazzling. Um, yeah. So anytime I can make my time or anybody else's time on the planet easier, um, well, it's magical. And so I let myself really feel that, and it felt amazing. And I just kind of kept it to myself. I told Dave, I'll tell him about it the next day. And so the next day over on Saturday morning over Carcassonne, game of Carcassonne, obviously, we talked about it a lot. And I told him the scary number of how much it would be a month. And there's a 12-month commitment. And it's all very exciting and it's very doable, except for, and Dave had the great point of, well, first of all, I should shop around before I just jump into something like that and spend a whole bunch of money. Um, and spend money to make money, blah, blah, blah. But the amount of physical, like the work I would need to do around that, or if I was seeing or working with a lot more people, that scares the fuck out of me. And Dave's like, I'm concerned for your mental health, your physical health, and your emotional health. Yeah, and he was right. And so I sent them an email, and I'm supposed to have a meeting with their team, like, who would be my team of 5 people of, like, putting my shit out into the world, and, yeah, and so we have a meeting set up for 1, and "Oh, okay, we're gonna stop mid-story for a moment of zen and make a wish." It's 11:11 here, and I know Mimi, it's 1:11, which is my most magical number, so we're gonna stop for a moment of make a wish, and we're gonna look at some pendy porn while we do it. Gosh, she's pretty. Okay, so I'm gonna be quiet and, put out there what I want. Okay, I'd like to stop crying for one thing. Anyway, okay, so supposed to have a meeting today, and so Dave and I are playing Carcassonne, and he's like, "Well, you should probably check with your web designer, see if she knows anybody who can help you with this." And I know Coop and I were playing with the idea of who can do the stuff that I just don't have the bandwidth or the interest in, and like all the fucking social media bullshit, and which I know I can get people that way and get the word out, get the good word out. But I just fucking don't want to do it. I don't know if it's because I'm in my mid 50s and I wasn't brought into the world with this energy of everything being on the computer. Yeah, and I've got some comments. Oh, I have quite a few comments. I'll have to catch them in a second. I'm not going to derail myself. Yeah, so I realized, like, okay, I can't work with these people, at least not yet. I have other fish to fry. The meeting really was valuable with this dude, Steve, who's lovely and a Canadian. I love Canadians so much. Um, he gave me so much information and so much food for thought, and he really helped me. And it turns out his mom is an empath. Um, yeah, and so he kind of gets it. But I haven't heard back from him. I sorry. I basically Dave and I talked about it, and clearly this isn't the right time. And I get that. And it's true. And it's nothing happened. But I fell down into a shit spiral, down into, where is it? The depths of hell. Um, for the rest of that day until watching Saturday Night Live. Dave got us some food. I was able to rally. I did a little bit of work around it. But mostly I was just crying. Um, and not even sure why. Like, it's legit. I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready to be bombarded with clients. Well, okay. As I say that, I'm not ready to. I'd love to have a waiting list, but having a waiting list practice sounds great on paper. It sounds great money wise, but to my sensitive soul, it's heartbreaking. Um, I like to be able to help people as quickly as I can because if somebody's contacting me, chances are they're hurting. Um, and making people wait is torture. So when I say I'm not ready to be bombarded, like anybody watching this, any of my regular clients, please, please, please keep it up. Keep referring people to me. I mean, that's really the only way I get clients. And it's worked over the last, 14 years or so. I am ready to step into a bigger stage. Well, almost ready, but not going to work with this company right now. And so all of my upset was just around. So I was very upset, and I sent this guy a message saying, thank you so much. Your empath mother raised a lovely son, but I'm not ready for this. So thank you so much. And I haven't heard back from him yet. And that wigs me out. But well, what can I do? All I have is his email. Yeah. So that being said, what did get me out of my upset, at least for the rest of Saturday, was I have a picture here. Well, first of all, one of my favorite the top of the charts to me is Gerard Carmichael, who was the star and the co-creator of the Carmichael Show. And it was such a good show, and he's so fucking great. And then, like, all my Christmas, to quote an old friend of mine and Coop's, well, I don't know if I can call him a friend. He was an ex-boyfriend. But Sean, who would say, all my Christmases have come at once. Gerard was going to host Saturday Night Live, and he has a HBO special. So I haven't watched the HBO special yet, because I was just too tired and too upset. Like, I'm not going to waste it. I'm not going to waste my Gerard time. Anywho, and one of the what I wanted to show was one of the funniest skits I've ever seen, and it was such a great release to laugh and cry this hard, laugh cry this hard. If you didn't watch Saturday Night Live, you should look this up on YouTube. Um, yeah, Gerard SNL, and you could just put Rainbow Doll or whatever, and you'll find it. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! So good, and he was great, and I love him, and yeah. So, what I wanted to say is, so Sunday morning I woke up and I was just a puddle again. And what finally, so I spent, Dave and I still played Carcassonne somehow. Thank God we got that done. And I spent kind of the rest of the day like on the couch and just crying and crying and just not even quite sure why I was crying, and just felt like fucking dog shit. And finally, I saw an opening to start checking myself. Like, I couldn't even pick up my pendulum to ask about it. It was just that bad. And once I finally did, it all came down to one thing. It was so weird. I still don't understand it, but I feel better. And now I just feel like I've been hit by a truck, and I'm just taking it real easy today. Um, but I started checking in, and one of the things I do is, after I ask if I'm testing as me and blah blah blah, and I asked, this energy of upset that I'm feeling, does it all belong to me? I got a yeah, it does. And I asked if it belonged to me from this lifetime. Nope. And what showed up, and the only thing that showed up, was from a lifetime. So energy bubbling up to the surface for healing. Why this was the time for this one, I have no idea. But it was from 11 lifetimes ago as a dude around the age of 40. Okay. I got that there was a shattered energy field that needed to be cleared and a few other things. And then that was it. And then I got that was all there was to check. And I'm like, whatever, I still feel shitty. But then probably a half hour later, I was upstairs and could actually chat with Dave. And I'm like, oh, I feel better because I can actually just have a fucking conversation. Anywho, sorry if that was a boring story, but and that I wasn't gonna tell. But yeah. Anyway, but seriously, Gerard Carmichael. Amazing. Okay, so let's just see. Hi everybody. Hi Yvonne. Hi Jennifer. I'm glad you're here. Um, uh yeah, I'll have to look at these later. Hi Dom. Hi Karen. Hi Melissa. Oh, Melissa, haven't seen you for a while. Yay. Melissa was at my very first show. What a rock star. Yeah. Anyway, blah blah blah. What else do I want to mention? What's important? I'm gonna go ahead and go back to something I've shared many times, but I'm going to share it again because Rumi's so awesome. Um, and among the things that kept me sane at all during all of this is to remember that the universe has my back. And if it's happening to me, it's happening for me. It just sometimes, so I knew something was bubbling up. There was something in the background to create this over the top trigger regarding just a conversation I had with somebody, and I decided not to go with that company right now because I'm not ready. I mean, it's very simple, but it felt like a motherfucker if I didn't make that clear. So let's go back to Rumi. The guest house. This being human, I'm going to add a word. This being human thing is a guest house. Every morning, a new arrival, a joy, a depression, a meanness, some momentary awareness comes as an unexpected visitor. Phew. Anyway, welcome and entertain them all, even if they're a crowd of sorrows who violently sweep your house empty of its furniture. Still treat each guest honorably. He may be clearing you out for some new delight. I'm banking on that. The dark thought, the shame, the malice, meet them at the door laughing and invite them in. Be grateful for whoever comes because each guest has been sent as a guide from beyond. Rumi's not kidding. And just knowing that, even though I say I was in the depths of hell and I was crying, always in the background, I know that. I know there's going to come a time when I'm ready to clear it. It just took a while. And like I've mentioned before, I'm sitting with my upset more rather than diving in immediately to check it sometimes. Um yeah, to really get the essence of it. Oof, I got the essence of this one. Yeah, it felt like probably a lot of disappointment was in there somewhere. But anyway, yeah, it's just something to remember that, like newsflash, well, I think I have another roomie thingy for this. Well, maybe not, but this is another roomie. We are stars wrapped in skin. The light you are seeking has always been within. Well, that's another way of saying another thing I lean on is I believe healing is an inside job. Sometimes we need others' help, but ultimately, whatever is happening, whatever is triggering, that's something for us. If you are being triggered, like say something happens and you're with a group of 10 people and they're all like, "Oh, yeah, that sucks." And you're like, "Oh my God, the world's coming to an end." Well, that's a clue that you're being triggered. Yeah, not everyone is being triggered by the same things. Thank God. I mean, I guess thank God for whoever the people are who support Donald Trump and still do. What? But anyway, I was going to say no judgment, but I'm not going to lie. There's judgment. I'm a human. But thank God not all of us were triggered by that because somebody has to keep going, right? And I appreciate Donald Trump because, I want the best for him too. I just don't want him to keep being a fucking damaging asshole. But I believe we're all here on this planet for a reason, all of us. Mm. And thank you for the triggers because it helped clean out old energy in me. Because anything, as I've said this before, what Donald Trump seems to stand for the most part, what? Um, yeah, but I still, where was I even going with that? I appreciate the triggers. Let's just say that because it cleans off more and more of my perception. Like cleans off, what do I always say? Like cleans off a little bit more dirt from my windshield of perception, like old energy in the background. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's like when Donald Trump does something, if it triggers me, like I can look at him and go, "You're a pile of human garbage." Whatever. That's not triggering. That's just like, well, that's what I see, that's what I think, and the world's a mirror, so how am I a pile of human garbage? I'm not perfect. But yeah, I appreciate everybody ultimately, and I'm working on allowing allowing it all and creating as little impedance as possible. So energy that needs to flow through me does just that and doesn't get stuck. And where it gets stuck on something from some past thing, okay, I think I remember what I was going to fucking say now again, is if since I'm using it again, since I'm using this idea or this concept or this person, mm, this pile of human garbage, uh, if he triggers something in me, it doesn't mean it's about him. It means there's something lurking in the background, some unfinished energetic business that needs to be attended to. So that's my point. Anyway, yeah. And just for kicks, I'm going to share this picture that I shared with my writing group the other day. I believe I was in 8th grade and it was Halloween, and junior high school was a fucking torture chamber, to say the least, for me. Yeah. And I wasn't terribly bullied. Sure. One boy made fun of me once, just in passing while I walked by. He just said something like in passing when I was wearing my Burt Reynolds t-shirt to junior high. But, I didn't yeah, I had friends, I had an intact family, and still it was, well, turns out I'm sensitive. Anywho, would have been nice to know that and work with that when I was a kid. Oh well. But this was me at Halloween, and I was an old West prostitute. And my hair looks crazy, but really it's an old, big, like feathered hat and a red shawl that my mom had crocheted. And yeah, and it's like, wow, pretty sexy for an 8th grader. Um, yeah. Anywho, and I'm going to share this as well just because it's just one of my favorite pictures. And if you have problems with your teeth, I'm sorry, I'm not making fun of you. But I just love, like Dave and I have a few sets of fake teeth that we use in our videos sometimes, just because it cracks me up. And I love this picture. I just love it. Yeah, it's like she's so pensive and thoughtful. And then the bottom half of the picture is like, "Ugh," like cave woman. Anyway, I find it amusing. Okay, so that being said, let me see if there's anything else to share before we catch up with Coop. Um, yeah, I finally finished a little docu-series. I think it was 2 episodes, and it was called All or Nothing at All, and it was about Frank Sinatra. I don't know why I end up watching these things. So random, like, why don't I watch something, I don't know, whatever. Why am I judging myself? Um, but I was surprised to hear, and I do love his music, I really do, well, a lot of it. Um I used to play a lot of his music, like, on old jukeboxes way back in the day, like, in my 20s, and we go to a dive bar, and gotta play a little Frank or a little Patsy Cline, because all the cool hip kids were listening to that shit. Anyway, but I learned how much he cared about racial injustice, and he was quite outspoken. That's really cool. But he and Dean Martin got a little weird at using Sammy Davis Jr. as some like weird jokes. And Sammy kind of took it, but yeah, I don't know. I don't like that. Anywho, oh, and I just wanted to say last week's episode, if you happen to tune in, thank you for all your support and loveliness. Yeah, I don't even remember. I just remember I was quite emotional. Oh yeah, because I had just hurt my hip, which is much better. Anywho, um, but I also wanted to point out there's a new show on HBO Max, and it was just the perfect thing for me as I was trying to come out of this horror show yesterday. And it's called Julia, and it's about Julia Child starting her show. And it was really cool, and I loved it. There's only 3 episodes available right now, but yeah, it's really, really well done. And it's starring, I don't know the actress's name, but she's from Last Tango in Halifax, if you ever watched that British show. Anywho, um, and I think I have ringworm. In other news, I think I have ringworm on my right ankle. I've only had it once before, way back in the day, and yeah, I think that's what it is, and I think it's from one of the neighbor cats. So, what are you gonna do? Put some essential oils on it, so I'm hoping it's gonna go away soon. Or I'm gonna have to go out to the store amongst the English and get me some fast acting Tinactin because I think that's what you can use. Anyways, such good stuff. And I was going to talk about tapping EFT, but we'll save that for another day maybe. But if you're not aware of EFT, what a great tool. And I've been into it before, but I'm getting into it again. More on that later. So let's get to what's really important here. And give me a moment because this is like, you don't want to miss it. Oh, come on. I can do this. I can do this. Okay. So first of all, we're going to check in uh, with Coop and see what his status is on beard. No beard.
We're catching up with Koop.
We're catching up with Coop. Yeah. Oops. To turn off my silly microphone. Okay. Hey, Coop.
Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, or wherever you are. Hey.
How are you doing? You look great. I think you look really good.
Yeah, last week was kind of a big week for me.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, a lot of things happened, relatively speaking, anyway. I mean, for a normal person, not a lot, but for me, it was a big. I was feeling really good on your show, and like Monday afternoon, just like I just fell off a cliff. I was just beside myself and crying about all kinds of things. And Tuesday too, I called both my mom and my dad, both just like sobbing in tears. Just I was missing my old dogs and Ukraine and other personal issues and just general despair about my situation or whatever. I finally, so Tuesday, I talked to a therapist for the first time.
Good
So
for you.
that was good. That was encouraged, but unfortunately, I don't get to talk to them again for 45 days. I only
So
get
can
like
I
one.
ask? So you told me that the other day. So why 45 days? Why so
That's
long?
as fast as they can get people through. This is through Kaiser.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So I mean, uh, it's about the same response with the county. So I get an hour every month and a half, every 6 weeks with a therapist. So I don't think that's um, optimal. Less than optimal. I need some pretty intense. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do about that. But they're more than happy to give me pills right away just after answering 10 questions. So yeah. So on Wednesday I went to see my body doctor instead of a head doctor, and got a referral to the optometrist and the
Oh, good.
dermatologist, and got some high blood pressure medication, so that's good, and antidepressants. So not where I wanted to start. I didn't want to start with the pills. I wanted to, address the
Yeah,
underlying cause. But then again, I really needed some help, and so
you need something to break up the cycle, and
it,
and sometimes medication is great for that. You just don't. Well, I'm gonna leave
it's
my
been
opinion to
it's
myself.
been interesting. I felt it almost right away. Like I feel like I've had like a pot of coffee and not very much to eat. I feel kind of, and I've had some trouble sleeping, getting to sleep. Usually my thing is I can fall asleep, I wake up in the middle of the night, can't get back. But now I can't go back. I can't get to sleep. So it's been really kind of,
Hmm.
but yeah, I haven't like been breaking down or sobbing, and I was just walking around with my emotions right under the surface and just
Yeah,
able to,
yeah. I would
So
say
that's
when I was a
yeah,
chiropractor, I would often say I would talk about like when your stress bucket, like you've got picture you have a bucket and it can accommodate so much stress. And when that stress bucket's full, it takes virtually nothing to
yeah,
just
just to spill out. Yeah. So
yeah.
yeah, I've had some more energy. Not been as low. So yeah, still need some therapy and stuff. But yeah.
Well, you're
So
making change. You're taking steps, and that's huge. And I'm sure whether people are the people watching now or people who might watch ever, let's just say I'm sure there are a gazillion people who are in the same boat, especially during COVID. Like these are
yeah,
fucking weird times. Even on Saturday Night Live, like there was a skit where I'm trying to think. I can't even remember what the skit was, but I remember it was kind of a thing where they just couldn't remember. Um,
I just watched it
um
on YouTube last night. Kate McKinnon was the host, and it's like, things you used to knew what they were before COVID?
right, right. Oh yeah, it was a game show, right?
A wheelbarrow and all that. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, like, especially with names, like, names, as I always say, and I reinforce when I say it, like, yeah,
I
names.
couldn't remember who his roommate from college was.
Oh, right.
We lived together for 3 years. And I remember Steve, no, Derek. And the prize was a trip to Kauai, or you have to go home back to your apartment. And the winners always pick going back to their
Oh my
apartment.
god. Oh, I'm not gonna lie, there's a little bit of that for me. Like,
Yeah.
I used to love traveling, and I always wanted to kinda get away, and now I just fucking love being here. I love being at home, which is great, especially for as I've said many times, and I know a lot of people have said it, like, "You don't have to tell me twice to stay home and isolate." Okay, alright.
Yeah, not an issue.
Um, and to be quite fair, I don't wanna sound tone deaf, like, Just kidding. Um, I have a partner, so it's very different for me to like isolate. But Dave comes home from work, and he's been able
Right.
to work this whole time. So um, I I consider us quite fortunate there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because I'm still I've been something I am resisting the idea inside for I guess for some understandable reasons. But yeah, I still haven't got a roommate. That's sort of my but I'm on top of my list of things to do now for a few days. So I
well,
haven't
as you
put it
feel
off.
better, maybe it's better for you to feel better first
Yeah,
before
well,
you accommodate
I've
and
already
push.
resigned myself. Today's not gonna be the day. I'm gonna when I'm done here, I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna try to take a nap because I haven't been sleeping very well. And
Yeah, good idea.
um, yeah, but I'm right. I just need to put away some clutter, take some pictures. I mean, I'm like right there. So it's stupid to keep prolonging it and having it be on my mind. So yeah,
And I'm going to share this just because Jennifer mentioned it. Um, Jennifer's like me. Like I avoid medication, but at the same time, I have to say, yeah, about the blood pressure medication. Well, who cares? Assholes and opinions. Everyone's got one. I've got many. Um, but the as far as and thank you, Jennifer. But raw beet juice helps.
yeah,
Well, raw beet juice helps with a lot of stuff.
yeah. No,
This
it
doesn't help.
really is related to my. I was sad to see that. Like I don't know, about 5 years ago, I lost like 60 pounds. And
Wow.
I have slowly, I got on the scale for the first time at the doctor for years, and I put it all back on. So, but yeah, when I lost the weight, my blood pressure was normal. So it's totally related to my weight. And now that I know where I'm at, I mean, I knew I put some back on it. I put all of it
Well,
back on. So
and that's something as you get more things in place and you feel
yeah,
better, eventually
yeah.
you won't have to take it. Like that doesn't
A few weeks ago, I was like, I can't even worry about how much I weigh right now. But right now, it's like that's something I am concerned about, and I feel like capable of addressing. So I think I have come. I'm doing a lot better than I was. I guess. Now that you mentioned it, yes, I am doing better.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think I'm gonna pat myself on the back again, but I think I'm a nice person to have around for
Yeah, I look forward to the money. This helps me a lot. Even if it's
oh
just you
well,
and I
thanks.
want to keep doing
Well
this because
well, it helps me too. I love having you on the show. You can't I couldn't have predicted that we'd be doing this.
this is like
Um
the one thing I have on my calendar that I mean, yeah, this is my one scheduled thing per week that I do. Like I'm going
Sometimes
to church
it's my one
kind of.
scheduled thing for the week. But what I was gonna say is I notice patterns and I I'm truly interested in people's lives and I tend to notice changes. And so sometimes when you're in the thick of your own life, you don't notice the day to day, but I tend to notice over time, like, well, yeah, compared to last year, I think you're fucking kicking ass, Coop. Seriously, like you're doing so much better. And the fact that you're willing to be so open about what's hard for you, oh my God. Well, I think that's going to help you live longer. Well, if you want to live longer on this planet, I don't know. But anyway, but yeah, I have my issues, but yeah, I
I think
think
we're all. I mean, yeah, me, you. I don't know. I think we're looking pretty well preserved for 55.
I'm 56.
Yeah, I'm 55 in May, so yeah. I mean, I got some grays and whatnot, but I see some
Yeah,
people just like, wow, they look really ancient. So yeah,
yeah, going to my 30th high school reunion, which was several years ago, 84, so whatever. It was fascinating to see some people. I was all worried about like being a little overweight. And yeah, some people like, whoo, man, I thought you were cute in high school. What happened? Yeah. Or some people, yeah, we won't go into it.
yeah,
It's good to see, it's good to check out what the other monkeys are doing. Like,
yeah.
I like to see, and I don't mean to be talking shit about anybody, but it's really interesting to see. It's important to see how we compare to the other monkeys. Like, you shouldn't be comparing exactly, but I
Yeah, but
think
it's
it's
always good to have a
helpful.
little reality check too, though.
Yeah,
I mean,
reality check. Maybe that's it. Yeah, and I don't think I'll ever go to another high school reunion. That was one of the most exhausting evenings of my life. It was very healing, and yeah, no, we're done here. We're done. Um, yeah, and now looking back, since my my dear boyfriend Daryl from high school, early college, finding out he died last year. And I tried contacting him. We'd been out of touch for like a year or two, but then I tried contacting him to see if he was going to the reunion. And I never heard from him. And I'm wondering if he was sick then. Anywho, yay. Have you ever had ringworm? That's not a good question.
Actually, I was just thinking about it. Yes, right after I got married, I had ringworm. I had big red
Sexy.
circles around my crotch. So I just went into this is like my first trip to the doctor after I just surgery for HP and I just had insurance. So the first doctor's appointment, and I had two doctors, and sort of they looked like Lucy Liu and Cameron Diaz.
No.
Pulled out my pants and everything, and I was
And they're like,
totally.
show us your Bosley.
I was apologizing for my erection and everything. It was horrible.
Oh no.
Yeah, I was totally aroused by them looking at my.
Oh no. Well, that
Yeah.
probably wasn't their first rodeo with that. If they're
No, they
looking
both
like
thought it was funny. They
Charlie's
laughed.
Angels.
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
But yeah, I have ringworm actually.
Oh, that's terrible. Oh, that's not cool. Oh.
This made me laugh now, so it's okay.
Well, it was
So
a
yeah, I
while
have
back.
had ringworm actually.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. So ringworm. I mean, it's not a big deal. I remember having it, like having this weird like circle. It's like this perfect circle. And I had it like on my hand when I worked for the county in my early 20s. And I was showing it to everybody, and everyone's like touching it, and it's like it's supposed to be super contagious. So, oops. Until somebody's like, you need to wash everything. And well, I haven't gone that far, but I am wearing socks right now. That's who cares? I don't tend to wear socks, but I'm covered. I have it covered up because it's hopefully healing. Anywho. So
As far as I haven't got, because I wear, I mean, have sandals on. I'll wear sandals from now until it starts raining again in fall.
Okay.
So I really wear shoes in the summertime. So yeah, and I'm down by the river a lot, and so far so good. We'll have to.
It's hopefully not in a van down by the river.
No.
Not fully. Yeah. And did you see I'm gonna show it again. Did you see this?
I haven't yet. I have that episode I recorded. I haven't watched it yet.
Oh my God. And are you familiar with Gerard Carmichael?
No.
Oh my God. Well, he came on saying like, I'm probably the least famous person who's ever hosted this show. And I was just like beside myself with excitement that
No, I don't think I've ever heard of him. And I was surprised to hear you say he was, I mean, I assumed he was, I don't know.
He had his own show for several seasons called The Carmichael Show with David Allen Greer and Loretta Devine and Tiffany Haddish and Lil Ray Howery. And
was it on like network TV?
Yeah, I think it was NBC. Like it was. Yeah, I didn't end up catching it until it was like almost done, but it's still available, and they handle topics, and it's just so good. It's so good. So when I saw he was going to be hosting, it was an audible. Cool. My Christmases have come at once. Shout out to Sean. Okay, so how about we do some healing?
Let's do it.
Are you cool to stick around for the healing?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay. All right, folks. So. And I don't know if you probably missed it because you were talking, but I did flash this for you, Koop.
Oh, hi, you. Thank you.
Anyway, just looking to see. Okay. So, let's do some grounding. So if you're playing along, don't be driving. Don't be a dumbass. Okay, so let's ground. Let's just go old school. We're going to ground from our root chakras. So down around your tailbone. The color is supposed to be red. So you can just picture that red light getting brighter and brighter and bigger and filling up your whole energetic field, your home or wherever you are, your city, county, state, country. You get the idea. Planet out into the universe. And we're going to send that energy down into beautiful Mother Earth, Gaia. And we're going to do a little quick howdy do with her. Howdy do. And we're going to bring up some of her energy. And at the same time as her energy is coming up and swirling around our energy fields, we're going to open up our crown chakra and open up to cosmic energy. And then Mother Earth energy can have a little howdy do. So, a lot of howdy doodyingness, not to be confused with howdy doody. Happening in our energy fields. Okay, that's enough. So, yeah. So, if there are any dead people that are just ready to move on quickly, no questions asked. If you just need an escort, this is your moment. So, are there any dead people that are ready to move on? Yep. Jesus, are you ready? Okay, give us a moment. Okay. So, did we successfully release dead people that were ready? Yep. Okay. Why do I even try to do this? I'm having more trouble with my set, and I want a new set, but that's who cares. Okay. But the way I can set up this room is very limited. I'm kind of in a corner of this room, and right over there is our sauna, and it takes up a good chunk of territory. Okay, good story, bruh. Yeah, and this fucker will not be moving until we dismantle it and move someday. Okay, good story. So, have we successfully released the dead people? Yes. Okay, so is there something energetic we can do for the group today? Yep. This is on my master menu. Supposedly. Okay. Okay. 1 moment. All right. So, and if you are interested in doing energy work, I highly recommend getting deciding what your yes and no answer method is. Some people can do it with like their fingers, like yeah, like yes and no. But for me, it's like I love Hitler. I fucking hate Hitler. It's all the same. So it is not my gig. But some people they do it great. I highly suggest using a pendulum. Yeah. So, and I highly recommend getting the book The Emotion Code by Bradley Nelson and start releasing trapped emotional energy. Did your book ever show up or is it still lost in space?
No, I ordered another one.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I just wonder if the other one's going to show up at some point.
I
But
think it was just I'm wondering if it made it home with my mom, and it'll end up where
like
it
your
needs to.
cereal,
Pardon me?
right? Didn't she take your cereal as well?
Yes. Yeah.
Merrily, merrily, merrily,
I mean,
all the
yeah,
way
and
home with your
yeah.
shit. Yep.
She just was, she was just putting things away.
That's cool. Little something for herself. Okay. Well, if she did take it for herself, I hope she reads it and gets value out of it.
Well, I don't think she did it on purpose. It was not like,
Oh, I
oh, I
know.
want to take it. But I hope it. Yeah, she would get a lot out of it. She's open to this kind of stuff. So yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, so this is on my master menu. So this is in column A. It is. Okay. In an odd numbered row. No. This is in row 2. Yes. Okay. So I'm being led to there's a negative portal that needs to be taken care of. Okay, so this is a dimensional spiral portal. Nope. Oh, good. That's a lot of explaining. This is a Celema portal. Yep. Okay, cool. I take care of those. Those are easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So Mimi says she can't muscle test that way either. Yeah. I don't know what it is, but yeah. Okay, so this is a relationship portal, a locational portal, a nightmare portal, a soul portal, unsupported, emotional, psychic, chakra, physical body, no, electronics, no. Okay, my pendulum's slowing down though. Okay, so this is a Claire portal, a mystifying portal. Ooh, okay. So I think of that one as kind of a portal that kind of keeps things kind of mysteriously out of reach. So it's safe and appropriate to clear this for the group. Yep, this is safe and appropriate from the light. Are we ready? We are. So if you're playing, you don't have to do anything. In my opinion, you cannot do it wrong. So here we go. Okay. Did we successfully seal up this mystifying portal? Yes. Okay. Is there something else energetic to do for the group? Yes. This is on my master menu. No. Okay. This is on my newer menu. No. This is a vow to clear. Yeah. Okay. All right, so let's see which page it's on. This is on page 1. Nope, so it's going to be one of those hidden ancestral vows. Okay. This is on page 2. It is. This is a facilitating hidden ancestral vow. No, an awakening hidden ancestral vow. Yes, okay. This is called opening transformation. Nope. Patiently supporting / replenishing. Nope. Autonomous clarity. Autonomous clarity. Okie doke. So this is safe and appropriate for to clear for the group, for whoever it belongs to. Yep. Are we ready? Yep. Okay. Give me a moment. All right. Do we successfully clear this awakening hidden ancestral vow called autonomous clarity for the group? Yep. Okay. Is there something else energetic we can do for the group? Yes. This is on my master menu. Back to the master menu. Oh, master. Okay. Well, that's my lame genie impression. Oh, by the way, Mimi, if you're still watching, uh, I worked with somebody the other day who you referred to me, and I was able to do something for her. I'm working on my kind of 1 to 2 word impressions of people. So I've got so far I have "Hey Homer," which is my terrible Mo impression from The Simpsons, and then there's "Hey Ma" from that's Steve from Sex and the City, Miranda's dude, Steve. "Hey Ma." And okay, I'm not doing it very well. And then Mimi, this one is for you. This is my imitation of Mimi, and she's adorable, and I'm not making fun of you, but Dave and I, for as long as we've known you, our imitation is fairies, fairies. Mimi has a super cute voice. Well, she's been on the show before. Anyway, so you're welcome, and I hope you are not offended, but you're adorable. Okay, and you're just gonna have to live with your adorableness. Okay, so okay, so we're going back to my master menu. So so our next thing is on my master menu. Yes, this is in column A. No, this is in column B. Ooh, that's a reluctant, tiny little yeah. So Mimi says, it's appropriate as we live in the land of fairies here for sure. Yeah, Mimi, I really want to come visit you and the person you referred who also said, come visit. Anyway, okay. What am I doing? Did ever anything come up yet? I can't do 2 things at once, apparently. Okay, it's on my master menu. So this is in column A. No, this is in column B. Oh yeah, it was a sad little, yeah. Okay, this is in an odd numbered row. No, this is in an even numbered row. Yeah. Okay, this is in row 2. Row 2, row 4. Okay. All right. Go away, phone call. All right. Man, I need like a helper monkey to balance all of this technology happening here. So this is leading me to my traumatized energy field chart. Dun dun dun. Hey Koop, that's a silly app idea I had, which probably even exists. I had this a while back, but like just an easy app so you have, and I'm sure it exists as I say this, I feel stupid, but an app where it's like, so okay, like you could just be hanging out with somebody and you have your app already, although how would you get to them quick enough? But if you say something funny, or and those sound effects exist, but how would you make it into an app that was like, I don't know.
Well,
What
there's one that you can have like a soundboard. You can put different sounds in it and just have a bunch of buttons, and you push whatever button you want.
click. Ew.
And I think you use artificial intelligence to pick the sound for you. Like, oh, she just made a joke. It was a good one. And just record on that,
Ooh.
and that'd be good.
Ooh, that's interesting. Hmm.
Like
Wow.
your own little. What is that called again? Yeah, the punchline. But bump. There's a word for that. I can't remember what it's called. But
Oh, is there an actual
yeah,
word?
there's a term for that. So yeah,
I don't
I
think
think
I know the word, or maybe I do. Who knows? But back to the traumatized energy field.
yes.
Let's see what shows up. So this traumatized energy field is in column A. No, it's in column B. Yeah. Okay, this is in an odd numbered row. No, this is in an even numbered row. Uh-huh. Okay, this is in row 2. Nope. 4, 6, 8. Okay, there's got to be something in this for everybody. Worthiness. So what I have is the chart is called traumatized energy field, and so we're going to look at cleaning up some trauma to our worthiness energy field. Okay, whatever. Okay, so this is what Roy says.
Yes.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Not to be confused with job.
No.
Very different. Hard to put that one in an app. Yeah. Oh,
That'd be a popular app, I bet. Amongst a certain crowd.
right. God. All right. So traumatized worthiness energy field. So there's something. Okay. I don't know what Mimi's saying. This is so up astro-wise. Oh, she's probably referring to the work I'm trying to do. Yeah, so astrology wise, worthiness. So I think she's saying worthiness shit is coming up for people. Yeah. So there's something we can do to clean up our traumatized worthiness energy fields. Yes. Okay, this is on my master menu. It is. Master menu has been very popular today. Okay. So this is in column A, yes. In an odd numbered row, yes. In row 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19, 21. Okay, well, that's as far as it goes. So that's a no, 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 no. Okay, so my name is Colleen. Oh, well, that would explain it. I'm not
Ah.
testing as myself. So, and if you do this kind of work, if you start by checking, like you develop your yes, you get your yes and no answers, and then you say, okay, my name is your name here. I touched the self point. I just have forever, I guess. And it's something I learned a long time ago, and then I just expanded on it. I don't think you necessarily have to touch that, but yeah, you do you. But if you make that part of your repertoire, then that's an opportunity for others to come through and help you or identify themselves like, hey, I'm connected to you, or I'm somebody dark and I want you to stop. Well, whatever it is, it might freak you out. Like some people are like, I don't want to let anybody in. I put up shields for that. Okay, I shouldn't be making fun of you and using Dave's deceased. Rest in peace, Marita. But how we do her voice all the time is like, I'll be okay. I'll be all right. You know, like, oh, we're not coming for Christmas. This might be my last Christmas. That kind of stuff. Anywho, oh my God, where am I going with this? I can't believe I've done this well, quite frankly, because I feel like I was hit by a truck this weekend. Yeah. So
Who are you? You're not you. You're not you.
bless you. See, you're my helper monkey right now. Yeah, I love monkeys. And I love the monkeys. Anyway, so who am I? Without further ado, I'm testing as somebody else. Yes. Okay. This somebody comes from the light, comes from the light, comes from the light. Yes. Comes from the dark, comes from the dark, comes from the dark. No. Okay. This is a human on the planet. No. This is one of these guys. Oh, it is. Okay. So not from this planet. Okay. This is a male. Yeah. This is a female. No. Okay. This is somebody that I know. I don't know why my answers are so tiny, but okay. So is this lawn? Cute tears. Love lawn. Okay, I can control myself. I can control myself. Okay, so lawn, do you have something to clear up this traumatized energy, worthlessness energy field? Worthless. God damn it. 1 second.
Worthiness.
Worthiness energy field. So it's traumatized. Ugh, whatever, not worthlessness. Okay, so that being said, so Lon, you have something for the group to clean this up? Yes. Okay, this is on my master menu. One of my, or my newer menu? No. This is a vow. This is some ancient magic. This is that new thing I've been playing with, which I'm calling pure potentiality. Yeah, so I see it as creating a field. I might have done this last time. I can't keep track. Who cares? But basically, I kind of get into a state um, where I try, like anytime I'm conscious of anything, I kind of go swipe, and it's just I see just like a black screen, and I'm holding space and trying to doing my best to just create a field of pure potential energy. So if you want to play, apparently Yvonne Lon is inviting us to do that. Okay, so Lon, are we going to do this together? We are, and this is for the group, and we're going to clean up that worthiness traumatized energy field. Yes. Okay, are we ready? Yes, this is safe and appropriate from the light. Yeah. Okay, so if you are playing along, I highly suggest closing your eyes and just maybe putting it out there or in your mind, thinking of something you'd like to shift, or you don't have to, but I always like to kick it up a notch. Yeah, so whoever's playing, play away. So we are ready. And once again, safe and appropriate from the light for the group. Yep. Okay, here we go. Okay. All right, Lon, did we complete that for the group? Yes. Okay. Is there something else we need to do to clean up our worthiness traumatized energy field? Yes. Okay. This is on my master menu. No, this is on my newer menu. Yes. Okay. We need to mend a vulnerability. Nope. Atrophied emotion, voodoo spell curse energy, or something related to that. Nope. A shared chakra. Nope. Shattered energy field. Shattered energy field. Shared chakra. No. Okay. Suffering loop. The ever popular suffering loop. So we're going to discombobulate, because that's the word I like to use for it. We're going to discombobulate, make these suffering loops thing of the past using a bypass circuitry. Yes. So once again, bypass circuitries are handled by Mother Earth, Gaia, and I see these as pattern disruptors. So Gaia, are you ready to facilitate the revelation of this bypass circuitry, thereby disrupting the pattern of the suffering loop for the group and our traumatized energy field of worthiness? Yes. This is safe and appropriate from the light. Are we ready? Yep. If you're playing, play along. And allow beautiful Mother Earth energy to disrupt this pattern. Oh, I didn't even figure out the name of it. She's just doing it. Do I even have to use a bypass circuitry? Yeah, whatever. We've come this far.
It's okay.
Somebody wanted a session today. I'm like, yeah, no. I am going to do a session for somebody, but I'm going to do a mini session in my own time because, yeah, I feel like I've been hit by a bus. And gratefully, my Tommy Chong's CBD oil is coming today, so I'm excited about that.
Okay.
Just kind of helps smooth some edges. Anyway, okay, Gaia, have you successfully taken care of this for us? Thank you so much. Or let me use the right words. Gaia, have you successfully facilitated the revelation of this bypass circuitry, thereby disrupting the pattern of this suffering loop for the group? Yep. Okay, thanks, Gaia. You're awesome. Okay, is that enough for the group today? Are we complete? Have we done enough healing for our traumatized worthiness energy field? Yes. Lon, are you complete? Oh, Lon's like a no. Okay. So Lon, you have something else? Yes. Okay, this is on my master menu. Nope. It's on the newer menu. Yes. Okay. So we want to mend a vulnerability. Yep. Okay, we're going to use a magic doorway for that. Yes. Okay. This is in column A. Yes. In an odd numbered row. Yes. In row 1, 3, 5, 7, 7. And the name of this magic doorway is Returning to Pyramid Focus.
Interesting.
I always think of that as like ancient Egypt energy. But anyway, that's what my guides call it. That's what we're doing. So, Lon, it's safe and appropriate and from the light to run the vulnerabilities in our energy fields through this magic doorway called Returning to Pyramid Focus. Yep. Okay. So if you're playing, just relax. And for what it's worth, with magic doorways, when they're for me, I always just picture like this kind of just a doorway, and I picture myself stepping into it, and it's a different dimension full of its particular magic. Not that you got to. Okay, so, Lon, did we successfully mend the vulnerabilities in our energy field? Yes. Okay, Lon, are we complete with you now? We are. Thanks, Lon. I love you. Okay, my name is Colleen. Yes. Okay, this is a good place to stop today. It is. So I want to thank you for and thank you for hanging in there. Wow, even over an hour. Yeah, I was freaking out yesterday. I'm like, oh my god, I have to do my show tomorrow. And then I thought about you, Koop, and then you sent me that message, and I was starting to feel better. And I'm like, yeah, I'm excited too. I'm happy to see you tomorrow too.
Okay.
Yeah, and I remembered it's like this hour passes like that. It's crazy. At least it does for me. So. Anyway,
thank you for including me.
What's that?
Thank you for including me.
Of course. Hope to include you next week if you want to be included. You're included as long as you want.
Who will tune in.
What's that?
Thanks to everybody who tuned in and who will tune in too.
Yeah, thank you so much. And yeah, and if you're watching this in the future, the magic is for you as well. And I hope to see you all next week. And I hope you have a beautiful week. And if I can be of any assistance to you, feel free to contact me. Leaving me a message here to contact you, like for this show. I can't always get back to the messages for some reason, and I don't want to watch the whole fucking show to do it. She says in her ladylike way. But you're always welcome to contact me at energyhealingwithcolleen.com. And in the future, if you ever, I don't know how people are watching this, but you can always watch through YouTube. And I think the easiest way to get there is YouTube/Energy Healing with Colleen. Anywho, enough of my self-promotion, which is
actually Energy Healing with Colleen /YouTube. Put that into Google.
Oh, is that what it is? Energy Healing with Colleen /Google or YouTube?
Yes, that's what I thought you told me. That's what worked for me.
Well, you're probably right. I know I told you something, and whatever that was at the time was right. So anyway, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I love you all. I love you, Koop. And I'll see you all next week, I hope. Bye.
Bye.